Hey everybody, my name is Lucas Liu. I am a second year advanced student for the class of 2026, here to bring you a special skills video on these guys, the Hollyland Solidcom SE Pro communication headsets. I love these things, so let's talk about them. So what this is another form of communication on a film set. And you guys are probably familiar with these guys. Radios. So there are pros and cons to both setups. But first, let's open these up. So when you open up the case, you're going to be greeted with many headsets, okay? And these headsets work in what's called full duplex. So think of it as this, okay? These radios, they use what's called half duplex. That means only one person can be talking at a time. Therefore, it being half, because, you know, signal's going this way, signal's going this way. Signal can only move in one direction. Now, these guys, on the other hand, use full duplex. So that means information can come both ways, kind of like a phone call. So yeah, if you call up your friends, that's using full duplex communication, and that's what these headsets are. Think of it as one big group call with all your best buds on the film set, okay? When you open this up, you're gonna be greeted with one master headset and 8 normal headsets, as well as a bag for extra batteries and a charger, okay? So, how are you able to use these? So if you go back to our other video about these walkie-talkies, you know that you need at least 2 walkie-talkies to start communication. It's kind of the same thing with these Hollyland headsets, except everything talks to what's called the master headset. So in the case, you're gonna see there's a special divider here on the side for one headset. And if you open it up, this is the master headset. And you know it's the master because on the top here, it is gonna be green, and the other ones are gonna have black on the top. On the side here, it says letter M for master. And here's how this works, okay? When you turn all these headsets on, they all talk to one headset. This guy, the master headset. So if the master headset is turned off, then you have no more communication on the set. So usually you give your master headset to the first AD or your scripty, someone who's going to be on set all the time. Now, these other headsets are almost identical, except they don't have the green band on top, and they will have a number instead of a letter M. So let's open some of these up. So here we have headset number 4, as you can see on the side here, and as I said, it has a black band on top. So this just means it's a normal headset. The rest of the crew gets this, and they all work the same. Let's put these away for now. Let's put these away for now. So inside this little bag here, we're gonna have a whole bunch of headset batteries, and they're pretty small. They look like this. Yeah, pretty simple. You'll be shocked that this little battery can power these headsets for 10 hours on a film set. It's very simple. You take the battery and you put it inside the other side of the headset, the side that doesn't have the earmuffs on it. You just put it in until you hear a click. Pretty simple. And if you ever need to take the battery out, there is a button on the bottom. You just click it, it pops up. Nice and cute, just like that. Sorry, they're pretty tight, they're brand new. So yeah, every single person on set will need a battery and a headset. We're lucky that this kit comes with, I believe, 12 batteries, so there's gonna be quite a lot of batteries. So you're probably wondering, hey, if these headsets can run for 10 hours, why do we need all these extra batteries? Well, that's a really good question, because since everyone is talking to the master headset, you're going to find that on longer shoots, like 10-hour or 12-hour shoots, the master headset might actually die on set. That's why you have extra batteries, so you can quickly swap them out and put them back in. But these secondary headsets usually can last for the full 10 hours without dying or anything, so you're going to be pretty set on these. But alright, let's talk about how to even turn these on. So yeah, we have them here, and you just gotta flip them over, and you're gonna see this little red switch here, and you're gonna turn it on. And to know it's on, you're gonna see a light on the microphone, okay? Let's turn the other one on. So when you turn the master on, you're not going to hear anything inside the headset, but when you turn a normal headset on, you're going to hear a confirmation, and it's going to say connected. I'll show you guys what that sounds like right now. There we go. Alrighty. Now that these headsets are connected, they can officially talk to each other. Now, these do not work like radios. These guys right here. I'm going to give you guys a couple seconds to guess what type of frequency these guys use. Yes, they use radio waves. But these guys, they use these guys use a Wi-Fi band. So it's not going to have as much capabilities as the radios. As in, the radios can go for miles and they can still talk to each other. These guys can only go about 400 meters or 1,300 feet, which is still very, very, very far. That's like what, 4 or 5 football fields? Yeah, it's still a huge distance. So don't get me wrong on these headsets, okay? Now, let's talk about how to operate these, okay? There's 2 ways to operate the headset. The first way is to bring the microphone down. This now activates your microphone. And if you put it back up, it mutes it. It's pretty simple, and you're gonna see it on the light here. See, watch. It turns green, means you're talking. It turns red when you're muted. And inside the actual headsets, you're gonna hear a little clicking sound telling you that your headset's up, your headset's down, just like this. All right, now the second way to operate this is by putting it down, activating the mic, but now pressing this square push to talk button on the side. By clicking this, it will mute your mic. This allows you to have the microphone down at all times without it actually turning on the microphone and you letting yourself to pick when you want to turn it on and off by the side button here. Just like that. And you can see it on the side here. So yeah, remember, green means go, red means muted. This is my preferred way to speak on these headsets, just like this. I like to have the headset down and ready to talk, just like that. Now there's some other buttons on the side, like volume up, volume down. It makes the volume go up and down. And yeah. Now, sometimes you're gonna be working out in the desert or out in the hot sun for 12 hours, and sometimes having a headset is a little inconvenient. That's why there is a USB-C port on the bottom of the camera, and they sell these little adapters that you can use earbuds or other types of headphones, whatever you prefer. It works with the headset, but you do need to get the special adapter because say you use, your little white earbuds that have microphones on them, it will work with these. They just have to have that connection. These headsets are great because a lot of people can use these on film sets. These walkie-talkies, we only have 6 of them here on campus, but these headsets, we have 9 of them. And you can actually buy more of these to handle up to 11 people on a set. That's a lot of people, and that's a lot of communication. So these are gonna be really handy, as well as the full duplex communication. Once you start using these, you'll never go back to walkie-talkies because it's really helpful being able to talk to everybody at once and having them talk back to you at once. It's all a big fun time on set using these headsets. Now, to turn them off, it's very simple. You just turn the off switch, and if you actually turn the master off before the rest of them, it disconnects everybody. Same thing if the person that has the master walks out of range of the headsets. But since we're using the Hollyland Solidcom SE Pros, it's not gonna be an issue because you can go almost like a mile. How many feet is a mile? Don't know, but it's probably a lot. So you're gonna be pretty set. Now let's talk about how to handle these after you're done using them. So let's bring back the case. I personally like to disinfect these with an alcohol wipe to kind of preserve the longevity of the leather and just the different materials on here because it is really light. It only weighs 180 grams, so it's really, really, really light. And yeah, we just want to kind of preserve these, okay? So putting it back in the bag is very simple. You just take the bag, take the headset, take the battery out, set the battery aside, and put the headset back inside the bag. We have it so that the microphone is facing up, the band is facing up. We put it back inside the bag. We close it. Put the headset back inside the case. Just like that. All 9 of them fit in there nice and perfectly. Same thing for the master. There we go. Nice and easy. So, after you come back from your long day of set, you're going to bring the battery of bags to the charging station where we will have one of these. The chargers, yeah. As of right now, it's inside the case, but who knows, it might be somewhere else different. Once you have this case, all you have to do is put the batteries inside, just like you would on the headsets, to charge them. We don't have it plugged in at the moment, but you're going to see an orange light for charging and a green light for ready. These batteries charge super quick. So if you're doing a long day on set, I highly recommend charging them during lunch. Alright guys, so to wrap up the video, let's kind of just talk about more applications for these headsets. These headsets aren't necessarily made to replace radios because, like I said, there are still many applications for radios. If you're talking to someone miles away, you're going to want to use a radio because these obviously cannot reach. But these headsets are really great for on-set work. Working around on a set, on a studio, having these and having easy communication to every single person on your team within a controlled space is very powerful. So yeah, these are the Hollyland Solidcom SE Pro headsets. Hope you guys use them. I know I will. So yeah, see you guys in the next video, I guess. Or I won't. I don't know. Bye.